Hello everybody, this is Marcus, aka Yoshi. We're back with another episode of Online Battles. Let's hop onto the Battle Squad ladder. I didn't do any more games. On the left you could just see a sneak preview about the team I will feature in the next Yoshi Exploits Cheap Strategies video. Um, yeah, I talked about it a little bit in the last video about my friend Talo and how he did the Nomura Regional, finishing in the top 4. And yeah, I'll show some battle videos, play some games myself, and the first opponent of the day is Leander with a rating of 1623 from France, and he has a Skarmory, which is pretty interesting in itself already. Also some kind of Sunfire mode with Typhlosion and Charizard, of course, and then maybe also a Trick Room option with Cresselia and Rhyperior, and Landorus T just for general, I don't know, Intimidate thingy, I guess. We're still using the same team that I used at the recent Premier Challenge in Berlin. Um, just a very solid and basic team. However, we do have some surprises with Ice Punch on Kangaskhan, for example, or the lesser seen substitute leftover set on HS Dash with Flash Cannon. However, seeing as my opponent has 2 fire types right here, I don't think we will use HS Dash as our Steel type. However, Heatran looks like it could do a pretty good job here. Depending on what he brings. If he brings the Cresselia Rhyperior, then Heatran is not that good, I guess. However, we also do have the Amoonguss, so if we really wanted to, we could go with the Amoonguss to counter a potential Trick Room mode. I think my leads are Kangaskhan and Heatran for this game, seeing as both of them can deal with the majority of my opponent's Pokemon together. Only the Rhyperior is really threatening both of them, but even then, Low Kick plus Earthpower should do a lot of damage. Landorus also obligatory in those matchups, I guess, against Charizard, Landorus, Cresselia, and so on, you know, with Knockoff, Intimidate, Rock Slide, and Assault Vest. You have all the tools you need to beat those scores. And my fourth Pokemon could be... I'm not really sure about what the ability of his Rhyperior is, or else Thunderous could also be a good pick, but 2 ground types and I don't have HP Ice, so maybe I could go with that H-Slash after all. I didn't think it was such a strong pick, to be honest, but let's see if my opponent does not go with that Fiery mode. Maybe I can abuse the Trick Room a little bit. Yeah, I could use like Substitute and then get off Flash Cannon on the Rhyperior. I do have Shadow Ball for the Cresselia, so maybe that helps a little bit. He leads off with his with the 2 ground types he has, so maybe he expected some kind of thunderous lead, but even against Kangaskhan Heatran, that is still pretty good. Probably better than leading with Charizard right off the bat for my opponent here. Intimidate goes off, and it's really tempting to switch into my own Landorus, as Intimidate really is such a good ability against 2 physical type attackers, and in general. Not really sure what I would want to switch out right here. He could go for like Earthquake with Rhyperior, so calling Heatran back would be interesting. I could just go for the Ice Punch, I guess. Yeah, I think I want to just get rid of the Landorus right here. So I go for an Ice Punch. Maybe we're faster and he's some kind of bulky variant. And then Heatran will go out into Landorus for the Intimidate. So let's see how that will work out. I'm definitely expecting Charizard in the back, and then probably Cresselia, but I don't know. Well, let's see. Okay, so Landorus comes in, Intimidate goes off. Maybe we can outspeed. If he's like Adamant and not Jolly, then... Oh, and he withdraws Rhyperior. Not sure what exactly was expecting right here. Goes into Cresselia though, so maybe he thought like a low kick could come, or like low kick and Earth Power, the 2 moves that are super effective versus his Rhyperior. So Cresselia, okay, makes sense, I guess. And we're faster, so very nice. We do get the surprise KO turn 1, I guess, unless... No, that is not really anything Landorus can do to avoid being KO'd here. So, nice job, Kangaskhan, and Ice Punch once again proving that it's pretty useful. So, right now, my opponent has to think what to bring in. And I think I'll just go for a knockoff on the Cresselia next turn with my Landorus. And depending on what he switches in, Kangaskhan probably wants to go out. She is at -1 attack, and yeah, can't really do too much damage, and more notably, I do not want to go for, say, Double Edge onto the Cresselia knockoff, because Kangaskhan is faster, so it could potentially proc the Citrus Berry, and then not only does knockoff do less damage, but like also the Citrus like heals stuff, and by knocking it off, you just do like the same amount of damage, while also knocking off the Citrus Berry. I could just say and go for a low kick. However, I think Rhyperior might just go for a protect. However, it didn't protect the first turn, so maybe it could be like a Salt Vest or something. Never see that before though, I think. Um, Yeah, I guess Aegis Dash makes sense. And then knock off, and then I can like King Shield. He could also just Ice Beam at this point. Yeah, I go into Aegis Dash and go for the knockoff, and then next turn I could King Shield with Aegis Dash and switch Landorus back out into Kangaskhan, for example. So I would get back the Fake Out as well as Intimidate. No Protect from the Rhyperior. And he did have Leftovers, interesting choice. And Hammer Arm goes into the Kangaskhan. Okay. But thanks Aegis Dash, that wasn't really a problem at all. So he didn't deal any damage to that turn, which is nice, but he got up the Trick Room. So I want to be a little bit careful right now. He could go for Earthquake and Ice Beam right now, but I don't think none of these attacks will knock anything out. So I could, in theory, just stay in with both and get off an attack guaranteed, basically, because I don't see how he would KO both my mons. However, I want to conserve Landorus just for a little bit, and it deals well with the Charizard that is probably in the back. So I think just going for King's Shield and a switch into Kangaskhan is a good play. As he withdraws Rhyperior, interesting choice, so maybe he is Choice Band? That could be a thing, because turn 1 he switched out, and right now he switched out as well, despite like the possibility of going for Earthquake, for example. So definitely an interesting choice, but now this works perfectly for me, as I can go for Fake Out and Substitute next turn. Yeah, he just goes for an Ice Wing, so let's hope I don't freeze right here, which would be pretty bad. But I don't. Okay, so right now I think I could even just go for the Shadow Ball, right? Like, to be honest. However, he had Leftovers, so maybe he has Protect as his fourth move. So, yeah, I think Substitute's still the safer play. And he switches on Cresselia, which is nice. So we will get off the sub 100%, and the next turn I can go for Flash Cannon on the Rhyperior, I guess. But also goes for the Protect. Okay. So doesn't want to deal with any more damage, or like any damage basically on the Charizard. So we could have predicted that, but there wasn't really any point, as I think just going for safe moves right here gets us pretty far. I really want to switch in Heatran, but I think Rhyperior is going for Earthquake, and then maybe we also see the Heat Wave. King's Shield's a good play, I guess. Do we want to keep Kangaskhan? I don't have Sucker Punch, so there's not really much I can do on the Trick Room, but if one TR is over, yeah, King, pretty good. Yeah, I think he wants to go for Earthquake right here, and then hit me with like Heat Wave when I'm in Sword form. So I can't really set up any KOs with Kangaskhan right now with Sucker Punch, for example. So I think I will just King's Shield and go into Landorus, just for the Intimidate and to scout how much Heat Wave is going to do. Or maybe he even goes for an Overheat or something like that. So let's see. I really think that Rhyperior is Choice Band, but we will see as well. Since Hammer Arm, I don't really know how you make room for that, but it's a Trick Room team after all, so maybe it's not, maybe it's Life Orb, I don't know. but I wouldn't be surprised if it was choice band, just based on how my opponent played with it. So Looking Shield after Mega Evo and Earthquake, nice, and Heatwave, yeah. No miss? Okay. White guard would really be very nice right now, but yeah, I don't have that. So I have to come up with some other plan. Should be one more round of Trick Room. I could switch Landorus into Heatran right now. I think I want to do that. But if he's choice band, maybe that's not the cleverest play. He could really get the double knockout. Yeah, but I think we just go for it. Okay, Earthquake comes out once again. Didn't change moves. And then I went for Flash Cannon on the Rhyperior because I think as long as we knock out the Rhyperior, Heatran should win us this game. And then I also just went for Rock Slide. We will probably be down 2 to 4 after this turn. Oh, but Flash Cannon KOs. Okay, didn't expect that, but yeah, Rhyperior obviously not very Spadef bulky. And Heatwave. Okay, so we're just down 2 to 3. Oh no, we KO'd Landorus. It's 2 to 2. I'm sorry. Yeah, so 2 to 2, and yes, the plan was to take out Rhyperior and then have Heatran win the game. Yeah, if he still had Landorus, that would be like way more problematic. But no, Ice Punch. Thank you. So okay, Cresselia comes in. I think just going for Fake Out on the Crest and Heatwave is safe right here. He could still be, as I said, he could still be Protect. But he'd need to go for Overheat right here to knock out the Kangaskhan. So even if he protects Cress and overheats Kangaskhan, Heatran still wins the game. Even if he has HP ground, I guess. I'm not entirely sure though. But going for Fake Out is safe, so just to prevent GR from going up. I could have gone for the Double Edge too, I guess. Would have been a little bit more clever probably. I see reels of the Flamethrower, okay. Oh, and that KOs. Okay. But as long as he also has Solar Beam, we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine no matter what, really. Unless it's Moonlight Crest and, I don't know, Heatwave misses and then... I don't really know. He definitely needs HP ground to have a shot at winning this game, which I don't think he has. And Heatwave connects anyway, so... yeah, looks like a good game. Though maybe... no, he just goes for the Solar Beam. Okay. Would be a little bit interesting if it was Flamethrower, Heatwave, and Hidden Power Ground. So I just go for another Heatwave and pick up this win. Oh, he just forfeits. Okay, good game to my opponent. And for the moment, I like want to try and keep videos to be like one battle per video, so they're shorter and I can like upload more videos. And I don't know, I just want to see how this goes. And I guess I'll see you next battle, and see you then. Thanks for tuning in. And don't forget to subscribe and follow and like and everything.